What's going on, guys? Asuke17 here once again. Today I want to discuss the latest Infinity War trailer, and a theory that I've been mulling over in my head for quite some time now, which discusses Kevin Feige's statement that we're going to know how bad Thanos really is in the first 5 minutes of the film. And that ties into the end credit scene in Thor Ragnarok. So there's a bit of a spoiler alert here. So obviously, if you don't want any spoilers or anything, just sort of you may want to leave the video because I'm going to go into some mental shit right here, right? So, basically, there is a scene in the after credits of Thor Ragnarok where the Asgardian ship comes into contact with Thanos' ship, a much larger, much more menacing ship. And I think that's where Infinity War is going to kick off because there's been a statement recently where they've said that the two characters with the most screen time in Infinity War is Thanos and Thor. So that's where the ideas sort of really fall into place here. Because I don't think they're gonna have Loki turn to the evil side again. I think that's just it's a bit convoluted now. It's just sort of if they try to do that again down the line where they made him good, then everyone will just be like, yeah, he's just gonna turn bad again. So who really gives a fuck? So what I think is going on is the film picks up in that scene. Thanos boards the ship and he slaughters everyone in the fucking place. And he says, I know there's an Infinity Stone over here. If you don't bring me the fucking Infinity Stone, it's gonna get a lot worse. So obviously, Thor's like, I don't fucking know what you're on about. There's no stone anywhere near here. That was destroyed in Asgard. And Loki's like, I have the stone. And obviously, at this point, Thanos is holding Thor, and he's like beating him up or something. Because that's where, obviously, in the trailer is actually shot where his Black Order are holding Loki. What looks like, so if you don't look properly, it looks like they're on the same side. But if you look properly, Proxima Midnight is holding her spear to Loki's head in quite a threatening way. So I think what happens there is that Loki gives him the stone, and then Thanos is like, well, you had two Infinity Stones before. You brought me back one, but you failed me anyway. And he grabs Thor's head, turns it around. That's why I think he's holding Thor's head in the trailer, and he's like, I want everything. And he makes Thor watch as, Proxima Midnight or Colosseum or any one of those four kills Loki right in front of him. And that's where it moves on to, obviously, the rest of the trailer. Now, what I think is very, very interesting, obviously, we've got loads of scenes in the trailer that I could go for, like, miles about. But I want to focus on the end, where Captain America literally holds back Thanos'. I mean, Thanos has the space gem and the power gem already in the gauntlet, so either Captain America's on some crazy shit, Thanos is weak, or the prevailing theory for me, maybe there's a very small chance that Captain America either ingests the heart-shaped herb and further enhances his already like insane abilities, or he actually has the Soul Stone, and that's what's giving him power. All the souls from the past, it's just sort of powering him to hold that back. Because you gotta think, Thanos is in the comics. There was a panel where Thanos withstood a sonic blast from Black Bolt. Now, if you don't know about Black Bolt has the most powerful voice. So even a whisper could like shatter a city. It was really toned down in Inhumans, which I really didn't like. But a small whisper, it did destroy the previous Atlan in the comics. Thanos withstood a full blown like shout to the face, and then bashed Black Bolt's head in without the Infinity Gauntlet. So for Captain America to be holding back Thanos like that when he has the power gem of all of them insinuates that they've probably nerfed Thanos somewhat. The same way they did with Ultron. Ultron's abilities were very limited. Like they barely went into the technological aspects of it, where he can actually control tech, manipulate it to do whatever he wants, that sort of thing. You know, he should have been taking control of Quinjets, of all of Iron Man's previous armors, of the tech in Falcon's suit, in War Machine's suit, in the flippin' helicarrier, for God's sakes. But they nerfed Ultron, so I think they're going to nerf Thanos quite a bit. Because, I mean, they have to. Because at the end of the day, it is a sort of... It's a Hollywood movie, isn't it? You need some sort of resolution at the end. You can't just have the Mad Tyrant win. That being said, there's a lot of interesting theories. Obviously, if my theory about Loki turns out to be right, then, you know, just come back to this video and leave a like. Show some support, subscribe, whatever, because I really think that's what's going to happen. Because, I mean, we've heard Thanos is going to... The first 5 minutes one, that I think is the biggest sort of support for my theory. Because Kevin Feige himself said that in the first 5 minutes, we're going to know that Thanos is the best, most powerful villain that we've ever had. So, I mean, I just wanted to get my theory out there, obviously, as proof that if it does come out to be true, then I'm going to lord it over people, you know. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. If you've made it to the end, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.